Flavor 4 just might be real. It might be, right? Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say it is real. But are the delays worth it? Will this actually be playable on December 7th? We're going to have more delays. Is it going to be worth the 40, 50, 60? Is it going to be worth the 40 that they're charging? So many questions. And I feel like every time they give us some sort of news, it just leads to more questions than answers provided. So I'm going to go on a deep search, try to find some answers for your sake, for my sake. Hopefully, by the end of it all, you come to a better understanding of exactly what's going on. Let's get into it. Hey, before this has been getting a lot of hate, been delayed like 3 times now, rightfully so. It's gotten some hate. The trailer especially gotten a lot of hate. Look at some pieces of it.
Woodbury Colony, your new refuge.
So first of all, it looks like game call with the zombie herds. I think it was a PS5, PS4 exclusive. The name will come to me eventually, but it kind of looks like that. And then it also reminds me of The Division. First one, second one, either one, but we're kind of the same. But those were my initial thoughts before I saw this trailer. And looking at this trailer, it even more so reminds me of those, especially The Division.
And safe home.
From now on, the doors of Woodbury will always be.
My Division character looks like that.
You'll be rewarded with the local currency
Like how Resident Evil does the inventory system.
known as Woodbury coins.
Who the hell needs your junk?
Keep track of your health, hunger, and thirst indicators. Coins can be exchanged for ammo, from regular to armor-piercing, weapons, protective equipment, backpacks, food, drinks, and medicines. Spa access to relax, and a gym to work out.
See, this is my problem when developers add stuff like that. It's just fluffy. How many of us, assuming I actually get on, but how many people are actually going to use those kind of things? Like, unless it comes with some sort of break to it, who's really going to use that? And then even if it does come with a break to it, why? Why do I have to do the extra and spend more time? It just makes it tedious. It's like, okay, for those that play it, and for those that don't, you're not missing out on anything. I have the unfortunate pleasure of playing from time to time gym workouts. So you do them every week to get physical attribute upgrades for the next 7 days. I haven't done a gym workout since 2K21, and maybe I'm missing something, but so what? I'm not going to spend the extra 30 minutes, or better phrase, I'm not going to take the extra 30 minutes from my life to work out in the gym on a game to get some extra, not to waste. And I feel like when they do stuff like that, it's to track, right? They're missing something somewhere. Something isn't up to standard, something isn't up to par. So they're adding in these extra fluff, this extra incentive to try to make it seem like, oh, this is so, like we have so much to offer and this is so lifelike, and where are you lacking? Could you have spent more time on and not have those features? Or was it something you put in kind of like a last minute to make up for the fact that you missed out on some key features?
Accumulated items by storing them in secure storage. Exchange Woodbury coins for cars to swiftly collect loot and access distant, hard to...
This is probably going to be another one. A lot of things that aren't solely focused on driving, when they try to introduce cars to the game, it just sucks. They never execute it properly. Either they don't utilize the cars properly, somewhere along those lines, or the cars just feel like they kind of, this is the road and this is the car, and the car is just above the road the whole time. It never actually sticks to the road. It's the best way I can describe it.
Receive your own ranch, where you can purchase and upgrade houses, as well as install furniture and decorations.
Is this The Sims?
The ranch.
I'm gonna boot this up, hop on with friends. This is something for my wife to play with. She doesn't play games, but like not only women play the Sims stuff. It's not really sex. But hopefully you're watching. You get the point, right? Why do we need this? What benefit is that? What does that add? Here's the thing, right? They know the game isn't ready. By them releasing in early access, and I'm pretty sure they have a whole, this is our first huge game, or maybe unforeseen circumstances. Translation, there will be a lot of bugs and glitches, more often than not. And they know it, which is why they're doing this. $39 for early access, which kind of makes me wonder. I'm so accustomed to like big titles, costing the average of 60, or if it's a next gen exclusive type of game, 70, right? US dollars, of course. I'm so accustomed to that now if something's coming and it's supposed to be like a heavy hitter title and it isn't within that price range, it almost makes me wonder, like, why did you go so low? And this is the standard. And don't get me wrong, I would love for everything else to be this price, because the less we have to pay, the better for us. It sounds selfish. Because anyway, we're not going to get into the whole economics of the prices of the games and all that. It makes you wonder, right? Like, why did they drop it if the prices were already set to 60? I don't know. But either way, why are they releasing it 39 for early access, 49 on full release? So they're not even going to 60 US dollars on full release. They're still staying under 60, which also makes you question, is this doomed from the start? Do they know this is going to be a disaster? And so they're trying to bring people in with a low price point. The complaints that I would lodge for a $60 game versus a $20 game, different. I expect more. I spend 60 versus when I spend 20. The developers, they have some games out. They have on Steam, they have The Wild Date, came out back in 2019. They have Prop Night, came out in 2021. They have Radiant One. So let's look at the developer themselves. Try to see the history of their other titles, and then use that to project what's going to happen with their main title. What used to be their biggest title, seems like 314 hours on record. Not recommended. Your game, do not buy. It's been abandoned. Game breaking bugs and cheats. Basically, game has been abandoned. Okay. Wild 8. Let's see. Abandoned as of October. Abandoned. Seems to be same thing. Updates killed it, then abandoned. And disappointment. Where do we go from here? So the theme for this developer seems to be that they abandon projects after about a year's time. Looks like they release buggy products and they seem to do little to fix those bugs, or they make updates that introduce more bugs and or break the game because they make unnecessary updates. Let's say in a best case scenario, we have this one is going to be out there, but in a best case scenario, we have another Cyberpunk on our hands. I know. But hear me out. Remember, Cyberpunk was hyped. It was extremely hyped. It came out. It wasn't supposed to release on like current gen consoles, but it did. It sucked on current gen. I think the consensus was it did okay on PC. Wasn't optimized the best, and the next gen release was nowhere to be found for the first few months. Then the next gen release came out, game got better, updates started coming, game got better. By the time DLC dropped, the game had been completely fixed. DLC dropped, and the consensus seems to be this is the product that was released on day one. This game would be somewhere between a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. Something they did worked. It seems like when it released, probably shouldn't have been released, but they fixed it, got better. Maybe the day before follows a similar part. It comes out buggy. It's not the best, but the foundation is there, and they build on it. And within a year or two, going to be a pretty decent game.